Jim from Advanced Performance Shooting again. It's New Year's Day 2023, local club match. I decided it's perfect weather to get out for that. And I wanted to shoot the Range Master Drill of the Month right on the first day of the new year. 2022 was a year of training for me. 2023 is a year of practice for me. And we could get into the differences between training and practice maybe another time. But I want my practices to be recent, relevant, and realistic, and I want to be able to put them in context when that's the appropriate thing that we should be working on. This month's Range Master Drill of the Month is the Armada drill. The Nissan Armada, for the guy that created it, 18 feet long, so everything shot at 6 yards. My personal vehicle is a little bit longer, but I'm going to use that vehicle as an example, but in my contextual section of this, my family's with me. I'm outside the car, my family's inside the car, so it's not suitable for cover. There's 4 separate strings, a total of 20 rounds, again, all at 6 yards, 18 feet, for the Armada drill. The first string, a presentation from concealment, and 6 shots. We're using a B8 target. A B8 replacement center would work just fine. Nothing outside the 7 ring counts. And we're going to use a hit factor scoring. In the second course of fire, it's strong hand only. We start with a gun already out in our strong hand, and we're going to fire 4 shots at that start signal. In the third string in this 20-round course of fire, we're going to fire 4 rounds from our support hand only. Gun starts already in our support hand, and again, anything outside of the 7 ring doesn't count at all. So on this final string, we're again going to start with the gun holstered, but we've only got 4 rounds in the gun. We're going to fire those 4 rounds at the start signal, forced to do a reload, and we're going to fire 2 additional rounds. So there's 200 points possible using the B8 target. 20 shots are worth 10 points apiece. There's 200 points possible divided by the time it took us to do it. So after I record each string, add those times up. My total time is 19:31. I scored 200 points out of that. Gives me a hit factor of 10.35. The par time, the standard for that hit factor scoring, is an 8. Of course, the higher the hit factor, the better you did. Sometimes I think hit factor scoring can hurt an exercise because sometimes it favors speed over accuracy. But when we're using a limited hit factor scoring like this, where we're actually collecting points and we don't get anything outside of, in this case, a 7 ring, I think hit factor scoring is an excellent way to go. So I've hung a new B8. We'll take the context section out of that for me for a tiny bit, and we'll use it, we'll run it as part of my practice as just a stand and deliver exercise. Each of the strings shot as they're intended. In my first and my cold run, I added some movement because I wanted to get away from my vehicle, I wanted to get away from my family, but not part of the original Range Master Drill of the Month in the Armada drill. So we'll try to run it like it was intended to be run. So a little bit different time, a little bit higher hit factor when we treat it like a stand and deliver kind of exercise. A good way to get out and practice, a good use of 20 rounds. Lots of places you can't pull your personal vehicle up on the range and work around live fire your personal vehicle. There's not vehicles on the range for you to be able to do that. If you're on an indoor range, you're gonna be subjected in lots of cases to moving the target in and out for the appropriate distance for that. But on an outdoor range, in a realistic, practical setting, I'm able to pull my car up and I could add any degree of context to it, and I've already started to develop a baseline to see what those contextual changes might actually be. So I absolutely believe that your training has to be recent, relevant, and realistic. It's very relevant in and around your car, in a parking lot, Walmart hub of society as we know it. But it also has to be in context, and I think one way to do that is the Range Master Drill of the Month, an excellent way to make sure that you get out and practice each month. 2023, take a training class, get out, learn something new, push your limitations, learn something new, and then get out and practice that. Anchor that skill. Keep that context, that training in context, and above all else, be safe. Happy 2023.